And so the exciting announcement I have is on that journey to continue multiplying, we have been so uniquely blessed across our country as far as young church plants go, and just how quickly the Lord is adding to our number. But we're not done yet. We're not done until he blows the whistle and says the time is up. And until then, we're going to continue pursuing this mission. And part of that is we went from 30 to 40 people meeting on Sunday mornings in the summer in the Blues Fest basement on the Festival House right on Churchill Avenue. And then we came in here and we grew. And then this Easter, we had almost 700 people come in 2 services at Easter. Yeah, I know. Now, here's the thing about church attendance, okay? This is across the board now. People who come to church once or twice a month will call that church their home church. That's exciting in that we have lots of people. On any given Sunday, only half of WestVillage congregation is actually present here on a Sunday. So our staff and our ministry leaders and everything, we're ministering to a much larger group. And in our day and age, getting to church, just the busyness of life, having options and more opportunities to serve and to give and to come and to worship and to learn, all of those things are about the multiplying mission. And so this fall, September 22nd, we're going to go to 2 services. Yeah, exactly, okay? Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That's like, oh man, this is gonna be a lot more work. And yes, it is. It is. But we're working for the King. And really, at the end of the day, you notice that on here, our C's, we don't have convenient or comfortable, right? We also don't have concise. But I'm going to have to work harder to keep my messages short. But if you're not serving yet, or if you are and you're only serving once a month, this is the opportunity now, especially you guys who help in kids ministry, no more missing the service, right? You'll be able to come and worship and meet with your kids. And the cool thing about meeting with your kids is now you're not seeing them just once or twice a month, but you're able to pour into the lives of those kids weekly. Now, there's a lot of questions that you might have about like, well, what do I do with my kids during the second service? We're going to have like a really exciting, different thing for them in one of the services. So your kids can they could come to church with you and then go to Sunday school while you serve, or vice versa. Or they could go to Sunday school and then they don't have to sit through Sunday school twice. They can go and do this other program that will be fun. It'll be different, okay? And it'll be a great perk. If you're serving on Sunday, your kids will be able to be part of this cool thing. So what we're thinking is 9 o'clock and 10:45. Okay, so families, you'll be done like out at noon, be able to go home and put your kids to bed and nap yourself, right? So it is gonna take more work, but that's where many hands make light work, and the more of us are getting involved in this multiplication process. It'll be the opportunities to be able to offer discipleship classes and different ministry opportunities during one of the services as well. Right? And so we're going to capitalize as much time as we can. But at the end of the day, the reason we're doing this is not so we don't feel as congested. The point of doing all this is to make more opportunities for people to come and to hear the gospel, to join the church, the called out ones, the ones that are gathered together by Jesus for his kingdom. And there'll be more opportunities to hear the gospel, there'll be more opportunities to grow in the gospel. And part of that is creating more opportunities for people to rise up in leadership and to use their gifts and to serve more consistently and regularly and passionately, and to see more people come to know and follow Jesus. So I'm excited. Our ministry team is excited. Our leadership team has been praying and talking about this for months and doing research about how to roll it out. And then this summer, we will be preparing for the fall. And so if you have ministry-specific questions, your ministry leader will be in touch, and you can direct your questions to them. If you got bigger kind of philosophical questions about, what with this church, I like it small, those kind of things, you want to talk and be heard, our elders, our leadership team will be happy to hear from you and to pray with you and to talk about why, in more detail, why we're doing this. I'm excited. Multiplying for the kingdom is why we're still here. And so until he comes again, or until he calls us home, we're going to continue to be on mission, multiplying for him. And my dream, my goal, they say churches who don't plant another church in the first 5 years probably never will. And my goal is not to add a third, a fourth, whatever, but to see WestVillage plant churches. That like the Met, we would be able to one day stand up and a group of people will be called by the Lord to go with a pastor and his family and go and plant another church in another part of our city, all to see more people come to know Christ. If everybody decided to come to church tomorrow, Ottawa would not be able to handle it. And I know what you're thinking, like, Jeff, that's never going to happen. But remember Jesus' words, the harvest is plentiful. The laborers are few. Do we believe that? He doesn't say, pray to the Lord of the harvest that the harvest would happen. He says, pray to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into the harvest fields to collect the harvest. And so then he turns to his disciples, right? He goes, I'm sending you. And so do we believe that the harvest is plentiful? And if we believe that as followers of Jesus, then the question then becomes, are we laboring? And so my prayer is that all of us would step into this opportunity to see more people come to know and follow Jesus. And that's what's cool about going to 2 services, is very much like when we first planted WestVillage. It was all hands on deck. It had to be. And a mentor friend of mine, as we were talking through all of this, he goes, Jeff, going to 2 services is kind of like starting another church. And I'm like, yep. And it's going to be hard. And so please, I invite you, pray. Pray to the Lord of the harvest. Pray for more laborers. And pray for the people who haven't come to hear the good news of Jesus Christ and experience new life in him. Pray for them. And let's see what God does. I'm excited. So September, you got questions? Please come and chat with me or one of our elders. We'd love to talk with you.